My name is Moin. I'm the franchisee of Cold Stone Creamery. I've got two franchises, one in West Hills, the other one in Burbank. I'm agreeable to answer your question for your project, so go ahead.
So at first, did you regret investing in the business?
No, I would not say I regret investing in the business because when I started investing or when I took over the franchise, I knew exactly what to expect. I think it's more to do with your expectations than anything else. If your expectations are pitched to the right level and you do understand the type of franchise you're working and you do understand what will be the return on your investment, you will not be disappointed. Yeah, those people who go into the franchise business without doing the proper research work and making certain assumptions which are most probably incorrect, those people might regret and those people might say that they did not have the right experience. But in my case, I did quite a lot of research and I met a few of the franchisees who were Cold Stone franchisees. So I had fairly good knowledge of the franchise business and as well as the Cold Stone franchise.
Thank you. Okay, so why did you particularly choose Cold Stone?
Yeah, that's a good question. You see, I was working in a bank earlier, and when the recession hit the market, I left that bank. And then with all my savings that I had, I wanted to start some business. And firstly, I had to decide which industry I wanted to go into. All the industries were hit very badly. The only industry which was relatively hit lesser than the others was the food industry. Within the food industry, then I had to narrow down my options and decide which type of restaurant business I want to do. I decided this one because its operational model is pretty simple, quite straightforward, and secondly, I thought the business model was also quite good. So those were my two main reasons: the operational model and the business model. So I was happy with what I saw, and that's why I decided.
Do you agree with all the established rules and procedures of being the franchise owner?
Yeah, I do agree with all the established procedures because normally there are a few things here. One is the franchisor tells us what would be the operational procedures, and which is fine because I was not in the food industry, I was not in the restaurant industry, I needed that. So that came in very handy for me. And all other policies and procedures, I agree, they are fine. One needs to understand that the franchisor is also there to make money, and they have invested money in the business to have some return. So they would have the royalty, they would try to have some other revenue sources, which you might agree with, you might not agree. Those sources where the franchisees do not agree, they are still talking to the franchisor and seeing how those revenue streams could be shared with the franchisees. What I'm referring to is that all the franchisees are required to buy from certain vendors which are approved by the franchisor, and then the franchisor gets a certain percentage of the total sales the purchases made by the franchisee. So that money is going out of our pocket. So we believe that those type of commissions should be shared with the franchisees. So there are certain areas which are very, very common with most of the franchise businesses. Yeah, but the franchisees are talking about that. And we do know exactly what are the areas where we can share.
Do you have multiple franchises with Cold Stone?
Yeah, I have got two franchises.
Good.
Yes. is this one in Preston in the Valley. The other one is in Burbank, next to the AMC Theatre in the Burbank, downtown Burbank.
What made you want to invest in another franchise with Coastal?
Yeah, I started this business. The return on investment which I thought I would get, I did not get that return on investment. However, I would say that the return on investment that I'm getting is pretty reasonable. So I had a good experience of this franchise. I know this franchise in and out. I know the business model, the operational model. So instead of going into a new area, unknown, something which I don't know, I decided to buy another franchise. I was waiting for a good deal. I did not want to pay over the market. So I got a deal which made sense to me. So I bought that. Okay.
About advertising?
How do you advertise your product?
Like where is it?
Yeah, I'll answer your question.
Yeah, it's about the money that's required, like the money that you're required to, like, something about for advertising for
Yes,
Wholesome.
yes. We pay a royalty of 3% to the franchisor for marketing. 2% of that money is used by the franchisor to do the marketing at the national level, which means marketing in the television, through radio, those type of things. And 1% of the money is given to the cooperative. The cooperative is the association of the franchisees, and they then decide at the local level what type of marketing they want to do. So they go into magazines like Clipper, they do coupons, and they do a lot of those stuff. And lately the franchisor has agreed to give another 0.5% out of the 2% that we give to the franchisor to each store for the local area market. So in the local newspapers, local magazines, now I am doing some marketing. So I would say that there is 3% of the sales which goes towards marketing. 1.5% is used by the franchisor for the national marketing. 1% is used by the cooperative for the local area marketing from Los Angeles, for example, and 0.5% is given to me for the local city marketing of the catchment area that I cater over here. So I'm pretty happy with that structure, and I believe we are getting reasonable value for our money.
Okay. Is that all the questions?
Yeah.
So did we ask the last question now? Or did we do all of them?
No,
How many more do we have to do?
I wasn't counting. I know we did all 4 of those.
We did.
And you did 3.
7, so we have 3 more.
Okay.
Okay. How many transactions do you need to complete in a month to be profitable?
That's a difficult question.
Is it like average?
I would not say transaction is the right term or right criteria, because you have, for example, we sell cakes. The large cakes are at times the custom made are $74, and then we sell the kids ice cream also, which is at time with the discount $1.99. So both will count as one transaction. So transaction most probably is not the right criteria. The right criteria would be the sales. What sales you need to have per month, for example, to be profitable. I would say, and that sales again, to be profitable, it's a factor of different expenses. my expenses might not be the same as expenses of some other franchisee. For example, my rent at present is quite high. This franchise was opened in 2003 when the business was doing good, and the landlords were asking for quite high rents. As the businesses were doing good, making money, the tenants or the franchisees, they agreed to sign leases at a high rent. And on top of that, all the landlords in the commercial leases, they asked for an increase in the rent on year-on-year basis, irrespective of what the business is doing. So from 2003, the rent has been going up by a certain percentage, which is stipulated in my lease. Come 2007, 2008, the business went down. So the percentage of rent to sales ideally should be 14%. If the rent is 14% of your sales, the business will be profitable. In my case, with the business sales going down and rent constantly going up, it is touching almost 19%. So 19. So I have to cut my other expenses to meet that 5% above the normal rent percentage that I have. But in next 18 months, this lease will be due for renewal. So hopefully, I'll be able to negotiate and sign a lease which will be relevant to the current economic conditions and which will make more sense to the business. So yeah, so you have one main factor is rent. The another main factor is the labor cost. Another main factor, third one, is the cost of goods, the raw material. So you have to manage those three costs. If you are managing them properly in this business with almost, say, I would say, $28,000 a month sort of sales, a little bit over $310,000 a year, the business would be able to make money.